We looked at the birth of Googie in this video, and in another video we looked at McDonald's and Googie. Then I got the bright idea of showing and talking about Googie beyond restaurants. Today we're looking at more amazing Googie architecture, signs, and things that aren't restaurants. On the same side of the same street, just a few blocks from the original Googie's restaurant, is this Pacific's Cinerama Dome movie theater in the heart of Hollywood. Rounded shapes, angular shapes. Googie rejected the rampant conformity that predominated in other architectural styles, and for this it was both praised and panned. We looked briefly at the Space Needle in Part 1. Here are more views of this great Googie structure. And here it is just after completion for the 1962 Seattle World's Fair. From the original Googie's in Hollywood, just a few minutes' drive up into the residential hills would put you here at a house known as the Chemosphere. While both Googie's and this house are unquestionably modern, this house has not so much in common with Googie's stylistically. What Googie's, the restaurant, and this house in the hills have in common is the architect. John Lautner designed both Googie's in 1949 and this amazing house in 1960. Near Disneyland is the Anaheim Convention Center, an imaginative space for showing and discussing the future of things, as is done in convention centers. I've been to conventions here myself, and the place really gave off a sense that the future was being made right here at this event. Last time we featured the great Los Angeles Airport theme building. Now it's New York's turn to show off this amazing TWA Flight Center at John F. Kennedy Airport, completed in 1962. This was the terminal for Trans World Airlines, TWA. I don't think it's any coincidence that we see these great airport examples of Googie, such as this and at Los Angeles. Googie was, as I noted in other videos, for a people on the move, sometimes physically, and sometimes I think it just made those of us who appreciated Googie feel as if we were getting somewhere. Not just on the go, but moving forward in our thinking and in our lives, even if we personally were just standing still. Corbin Bowl is a bowling alley that still stands with this sign on Ventura Boulevard in Tarzana, California. If you were feeling silly, you might guess that Tarzana was named for Tarzan. And you'd be right. Author Edgar Rice Burroughs lived there and owned most of it, and the town is indeed named for the lead character in his popular stories. A mile or so to the west, in Woodland Hills, was this, towering over the Little Orchid's Thai restaurant, a place in which I personally negotiated chopsticks many times. Sadly, the restaurant is gone, but the sign remains. The Las Vegas lights downtown are, let's face it, pretty insane. I suppose it could be argued that this isn't Googie. Well, it's eye-catching in an over-the-top way, fantastical and improbable. It grabs your attention the way Googie does, so it's Googie adjacent, at least. And here's the effervescent Stardust Hotel. How big did you say you wanted those letters? Oklahoma is home to this Flamingo Motel with its voluptuous sign. Here's another motel sign, a real classic with those Swiss cheese steel girders reaching up into the sky. Driving along in rural Michigan, where it was all woods and trees and farms, I suddenly came across a most unexpected Googie masterpiece. This, St. Matthew Church. You know the point of a church steeple, right? That it reaches up into the heavens? Well, this whole building does that. It makes you think about other Googie stuff, you know, that similarly reaches up into the sky, but does so not in the name of religion, but of commerce. What spiritual significance might there be to that? Or maybe it's blasphemy. I don't know. I'll let you ponder the religious significance of all this sky-reaching as we enjoy this fabulous pylon sign for the Thrifty Drug and Discount Store. We've seen the Stardust, now here's the Starlight Motel. It's a pretty conventional boxy place, but oh, that sign. I don't know that you could call the Wigwam Motel Googie, but here it is out on Route 66 in San Bernardino, California, where you are encouraged to sleep in a teepee, an air-conditioned teepee. Also seen out on that stretch of highway are La Paloma Mexican food and the taco treat. Now, this one's a model. One year at Christmas, we had a little contest in the family to design and build a gingerbread house. It seems this is a popular thing people do, and there are rules which state that each and every part of the gingerbread house has to be edible. So they consist mostly of gingerbread, frosting, and pieces of candy. This was my entry in the contest. I was pretty proud of it, though I didn't win. Proud enough to take this video of it anyway. And after taking this video, I ate it. The house, not the video. I might have won had I tried to make a model of this, the La Concha Motel in Las Vegas. This otherwise plain car wash sports a completely absurd architectural pylon just there to attract attention, and probably birds. A similar pylon adorns the Compton Car Wash in Southern California. Yes, that Compton. This is Laurel Canyon at Ventura Boulevard in Studio City, California. I remember when they proposed to tear this down. A lot of people were angry and wanted it preserved. Establishment types said, "What? A car wash? You want a car wash preserved?" And the answer from many of us was, "Yes. We want this cool-looking landmark preserved and not replaced with some drab, stupid strip mall like every other stupid corner in this stupid valley." There was even an article in the newspaper about the proposed demolition of this car wash and the opposition to it. In that article, some professor of architecture said that the car wash was architecturally trash, and we were all idiots for wanting to preserve it. I wrote my very first letter to the editor in response to that professor, and I was not kind. And my letter got published, too. But a fat lot of good it did. The real estate developers soon had their way, and the car wash was gone. It was some consolation to those of us who visit junkyards on occasion that this great architectural pylon thing, from the car wash, was acquired by and proudly displayed at the U-Pick Parts self-service junkyard in nearby Sun Valley. So at least somebody's got taste around here. There's some good taste on display here, too, at the stadium where the Los Angeles Angels play, or whatever they're calling the team this week. Angel Stadium in Anaheim features this giant sign that can't be missed from the adjacent freeway. It calls out to all those crawling along that freeway and says, "Wouldn't you be much better off in here, with a cold one in one hand, a hot dog in the other, and all afternoon to watch a game?" The Kon-Tiki Motel also beckoned the weary traveler. Yes, Googie is about movement, but every now and then you've got to stop for rest or to fill up your tank. There's no reason both of these can't be done with forward-looking style. So there's Googie out there besides restaurants. I hope you'll join us next time when we look at more Googie, not architecture, buildings, and signs, but Googie things. Join me then to find out what I mean by that.